You're watching News Channel 18 at 6. News from where you live.
Reading the Sunday paper is something many of us do each weekend. While different sections of the paper may catch our attention, there's one column that appears each week. A column that isn't the news of the day, but rather a story that reaches far into our past. A story we can learn from and maybe pass on. For the last 34 years, Bob Kriebel has been bringing us the history of Tippecanoe County. In tonight's Heroes Among Us, we'll talk with Mr. Kriebel and learn a little bit more about Old Lafayette. In 1977, Bob Kriebel was working at the Lafayette Journal and Courier. He had an idea for a weekly column that he took to his boss.
So I told our publisher back in 1977, Mal Applegate was his name. I said, Mal, you know, I think I could think up enough of these stories to do 500 of them. Well, you do the math. It's been 30-some years.
Kriebel has written more than 1,700 columns on the history of Tippecanoe County. The column is called Old Lafayette, and in less than 500 words, Kriebel grabs our attention and often leaves us retelling his stories about our history.
I get the ideas from any number of places that think, that would be a good story. And it's no more magic about it than that. If you think it's a pretty good story, and that people would say, when they've read it, that's sort of the reaction you're after, I think.
Kriebel spends a lot of time reading. Some of his favorites are Mark Twain, James Whitcomb Riley, and big band leaders like Glenn Miller. He says he does most of his research at the Tippecanoe County Historical Association and gets many ideas from readers. Kriebel says he usually works a month in advance, but can still put together a column on a deadline.
I can do one in a half an hour if I have the good idea. And I think your writing has to start with a good idea. And if you've got the good idea, it doesn't take very long.
A published author, Kriebel has penned several books on local history. His latest book, titled Tippecanoe and Lincoln Too, was written 8 years ago and details the role of Tippecanoe County in the Civil War. The Tippecanoe County Historical Association plans to publish the book in late 2011, in time for the Civil War sesquicentennial.
Lists the names of about 370 Imagine that, 370 Tippecanoe County men who were killed in the Civil War. And that was tough research.
Kriebel started working at the Journal and Courier in 1954. During his 40-year career, he served several positions at the paper, including managing editor. He retired in 1993 and still loves the written word today as much as he did when he got started.
I still enjoy writing very much. Don't know how much longer it'll go on. Time will tell, I guess.
When he's not writing, he enjoys spending time with his wife, Nancy, their 5 children and 12 grandchildren. Kriebel is a member of Indiana's Journalism Hall of Fame.